Come unwrap some holiday magic this season in Denver, where the lights are brighter and the shopping is grander, where the season feels a whole lot more wonderful. Discover great hotels and more things to do at milehighholidays.com.
Well, that was the most extreme, dumbest thing I have ever seen on TV. Not to mention that the death toll kind of went up. It's like, 4 people passed on and, got caught in all sorts of things. I think one of them did an just about everybody did an incriminating video. Who are we kidding? But I know there was this particular guy from Jersey that was sitting there talking like, yeah, we broke into the Capitol and everything, and the police on the other side, the ones that were right there at the barricade, they took the time to shoot at us. I mean, they're not for anybody in there. They shot at us, and that's we need to make changes because that's not what America is. Stupid! Jesus Christ. Look, man. No, that's not how it works. See, let me tell you something. You were breaking into a government institution, you idiot. Whoever was there, security was pretty light this day, but whoever was there had rights to shoot you on sight. That's the way it is. You can't break into government installations like this. But you know what? Once again, I'm getting a little too ahead of myself. I mean, after all, I'm a little late tonight because I was deciding whether this would be a Black Label episode or not. Because, you know what? Y'all are asking for it. But hey, let's go ahead and start up like we're supposed to because welcome to the J-Man Show here on
J360 Radio.
Yeah, it's that time of the week, damn it. Midpoint, yes. Right here, the one that tied it all together, the one that began all the things in J360 Radio and Save J360 Production as a whole. Welcome to the J-Man Show, y'all. I'm J-Man, of course, here for episode 185. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Oh, 200 is going to be here soon enough. I got to make sure I have some big time festivities happening. You know what I mean? I'm really feeling myself, y'all. It's 2021. And not only that, this is the first J-Man episode of 2021, baby. Especially since we kicked 2020 out the door. But once again, we're not even 2 weeks in. And, Stupid is back. Hey, but you know something though? A lot of people have been telling me that they're just copping out on the year. After all this, you know what I mean? Now they're copping out. Some are saying, I think 2022 is going to be better. First off, hold your tone. Calm down. We all know that really right now, you ain't even thinking about this month. You're not thinking about this month. You're not thinking about next month. You're not thinking about March. You're not thinking even about April. As a matter of fact, May is the only thing that's on your mind because some of y'all just want to parade around half naked again. Bikini season, though. Got to show exactly how I manscaped my rod this year and everything. You know what I mean? I got to put it through to the show to let everybody know how sexy I am. Because, I'm sexy in about 6 months. Because 6 months ago, I wasn't sexy. See, I was quarantined, and I was looking a little bit rotund. But at this point, I'm sawed up. I'm all where I need to be. And that way, you can go on ahead and be in the stroke me fest that everybody else wants to jump you into. Because that's what we're all about. Especially when we go to the warmer weather. Get the hell over yourself, America. I mean, come on. Look, right now, honestly, everything's a mess. We are an embarrassment right now. And I'm saying that in the proverbial way because, me by myself, I'm immaculate. I'm great. Well, I'm not where I need to be yet, but I am better off than I was, after all. Trying to hold it together, trying to live a good life and keep things, positive around here is a full-time job that I don't get paid for. You understand that, right? Like one way or another, I don't get paid to be positive, but I have to be positive so that I can go ahead and make sure I get through these rough times ahead. And you see, the thing is, the only difference between me and the average person out there with their memes and stuff like that, I'll tell you memes that will, kind of cringe a little bit, but get you laughing, make your day lighter. Somebody else will go ahead and show like 2022 and all this other stuff and saying like, 2021 just officially said, hold my beer. Yeah, to a point it did, but let me tell you this, right? You knew this was going to happen, right? You didn't think that one way or another when we crossed the finish line that we wouldn't have to wear these lower face masks and that we wouldn't have to deal with Trump's foolishness, right? You guys like the Mandalorian. What is the Mandalorian fighting against? He's fighting against remnants of the Empire, right? You understand? The ones that are fighting tooth and nail for Palpatine, even though if you don't count the sequel series, Palpatine's dead. You understand that? These people are still fighting tooth and nail. Matter of fact, some of these people are so mingling up with neo-Nazis and the remnants of the Civil War because apparently they were there, some of them crotchety old jerks, that they love to keep this stuff separate, man. I never thought I'd see it in my day, but yeah, I saw the Confederate flag flying right there in the halls of the Capitol. Yeah, in 2021. I get it. Yeah, January 6, 2021 will now officially be known as the start of the I can't cuss on this show. But the start of the biggest display of small dick energy ever. And I'm not even including that straight pride parade that they did way back. I mean, like, man, they were more gay being anti-gay than a little bit, weren't they? And I'm not trying to offend anybody, but at the same time, you're offended just by the way I am. You're going to have to grow up, baby. This is J-Man on J360 Radio. Understand that. By the way, why don't you mail me your offense, and then I'll go ahead and I'll stamp you and send you somewhere. Put it that way. Pretty much you done seen that all the rhetoric that they've been throwing around. Like, remember when Trump won and people were upset and they were like, hey, you need to get over it. Well, here it is on the other side, on the other foot, and they're over here just complaining, stop the steal, jumping into things, trying to kidnap public officials, and then going ahead and harass public officials, breaking and entering into government installations and thinking, hey, you know what? There's no comeuppance for my behavior. There's no repercussions here, right? Even though, quite a lot of them people, they just went home. Me, if I did any of that crap, well, guess what? I ain't coming home anytime soon. Matter of fact, the only way I'm going home is to the other home, which is an afterlife. Yeah, because at the end of the damn day, they just say, hey, one black man went ahead and accosted us and told us about ourselves. Oh, we can't live with that. Jeez. And I'll tell you one thing, man, you've seen it too. It's like right out there, all that blatant stuff like that. I'm still saying, where was SWAT? I mean, guess what? SWAT went home, man. SWAT had the day off for the first time ever. All them people that would be there, if me and anybody else were out there marching and protesting, they weren't there. Or then again, they were probably the ones breaking in. You never know. Sometimes people switch badges all the time, man. It's just, it's all about what is on the table at the time. It's disgusting to laugh about. And, at the end of the day, I just see the irony of it all. But right now, the U.S. government, once again, hits a new low. It is a staggering race to the bottom. And you got this fool over here who's going to be losing his job in about a couple of weeks. And sitting here saying, it was the last election, we won. And this stupid punk. And then saying pretty much, when the looting begins, the shooting begins. And then on the other side of the fence, the very fine people, the Proud Boys, whom we're told to stand by and stand back, marched onward, and he's saying this, I understand how you feel, go home, we love you. That is the most asinine, treason, insurrection-based, pretty much domestic terrorism 101, but then again, they really couldn't identify a domestic terrorist. And I'm going all the way back to when Las Vegas had their shooting by, the guy they called Lone Wolf, didn't call him a domestic terrorist, or Dylan Roof when he did what he did, he's not a domestic terrorist. And then James Holmes, who shot up that theater that was playing Dark Knight Rises, so he can't go to a damn movie anymore. He's not a domestic terrorist either, right? All these white people. It must be a pigment code. You know what I'm saying? One way or another. It just disgusts me, man. Really. Sickening, even. Now, I'm not here to shock jock this stuff all night, because I'm here coming after everybody's stupidity. Because one way or another, what make you think you ready for 2022, America? What make you think you ready for that? You're not even handling this 1 month in. The new year, technically, if we go by symbolism, is still a baby. And not only that, he's got a lot of poo in his diaper, and you're not taking the time to wipe it. That's what's wrong with this whole thing. You see, the thing is, nobody wants to do any work. I get you. None of us want to really handle these things, go through taxes, go through the price hikes, go through paying our student loans and all this other stuff, which was already in the back pocket and planned for us to do. Certain things, some of us don't even want to go to that same old stupid day job anymore, and we want a more fulfilling career, and we want all that stuff to connect. If you can go to your job nowadays, because, hey, guess what? COVID's still out there, and COVID is right now dating the flu, because soon enough it's going to be snow and flu season all around here. I'd like to think there'd be some snow, but then again, global warming probably see the end of that. But whatever. The point is, you are not in the position to even think about the next 12 months. Do you understand? We are going to ride this crap out, and we're going to see it to the end. We're going to go through the cycle just like we're supposed to. Yeah, you probably think, well, Jay, aren't you fighting Mac? I'm fighting everybody, darn it. I'm fighting everybody tonight. Yes. One way or another, everybody done found a way to be on my S list. The point of all this stuff is, get the hell over yourself, mature up a little bit. I'm tired, you're tired. But the point is that we have to do better. And the truth is yes, I'm tired of wearing a lower face mask. The stuff gets in the way of my beard, and sometimes I wonder if you can even listen to me or not. But then again, you weren't really listening when I didn't have the beard on, right? Little things like that. And I also had to deal with some toxic individual, when it came to a little circumstance that he had a problem with. Of course, at the end of the day, I told him about himself. I said, get out. I don't need you. Like I said, I'm at the state where I can kick people out and still feel good about myself in the morning. That's just what I do. You know what I mean? Because my time and energy is way too precious. Especially as I'm trying to build a business and be a job creator, in addition to going ahead and take this world by storm. This is my year. I'm not looking at 2022. I'm not looking at 2023. I'm not looking at any of them right now, because I'm here today. And not only that, I could die in this year. Things like that. And I'm not trying to bring that to light, but you know what? Human frailty, and not only this, things that can get you killed nowadays are very, very numerous. And it's ridiculous that we are at this point, but at least then I won't get a damn bill in the morning, will I? I'm tired of stupid stuff, man. I'm tired of people acting like this stuff doesn't exist. Like, none of this happened. Like, there's no comeuppance for any of it. All this stuff was going to come to a head eventually. And I know you're tired, and I know some of y'all are probably exiting out of the show thinking it's a rage episode or whatever the hell your term is. It's like this. I wouldn't be speaking like this if things were actually running smooth and the ship is right? Think about it now. Why am I outraged? Think about it. Like, why are we even rolling around in this cesspool right now? Because people ain't doing right. They give you rules and you don't believe them. They give you rules, and then you find a way to twist them up. But if Donald Trump's out here saying all that regurgitated rhetoric, oh, we got to believe him. Like nowadays, you see everybody doing damage control. You see Elaine Chao. You see Betsy DeVos resigning. A little too late on that nonsense. You see, like, if anything, they're trying to save face for themselves. Matter of fact, I think Elaine Chao was under an investigation, too. But you see, like, nothing got done where she was. Because transportation's still a mess. And then it makes you wonder something else, too. When you get right down to how the education system is. And then it gets you understanding, like, education is very important. It is one of our national treasures. You need to educate yourself on this. Like, if you hear something in the news and you don't agree with it entirely, make sure you understood what the whole thing was, and then you go ahead and you fact check and you counter it and all that. But make sure you know your source, and make sure one way or another you got something to back that source up. And then be aware, because chances are Reddit might not be the most credible place. Any of those things with the QAnon stuff might not be a credible place. I mean, we just saw the Capitol get ransacked by the tinfoil hat army. I'm sure if you switch one of the dials to AM, you probably could have got some connection somewhere. You just don't know anymore. And things are so blurred up nowadays. These are people that are just acting on recourse, doing this wild stuff just because they could. Doesn't make it great. Yeah, I know that was my fun. I don't give a damn right now. The point is this. We need to do better. We need to go ahead and be unified, but we're not even unified on certain things, because there's times where we say things and then, it just breaks the whole team apart. Like, I didn't expect that during that whole event that I was a part of earlier. I wasn't a part of any event that was nearly as romantic as, say, like my white counterparts. Oh, no, I couldn't do anything like that. I mean, after all, me standing my ground alone. Boom, boom. Yeah, and then that's the end of J-Man right there for a little bit. But he lives on in the spirit of his nieces, nephews, and a very, very huge family. But the thing about it is this. When it get right down to it, I didn't expect to be living in these days. But also, I didn't think racism was going to die out. I didn't think people doing stupid things were going to die out. I didn't think that one way or another I need to care about something selfish like the way I look going into May, June, and July. Because usually there's more important crap going on. I'm trying to be the best version I can about myself, in addition to doing great things, in addition to keeping my momentum going, because you know what? This ain't it. I'm sorry. I've been through too much to the point where I'm like, you know what? I'm not giving in anytime soon. And God rest, if I ever die in my sleep, I know I did the best I could. And if I could reach like certain people out here, like I'm around 100 subscribers here on Spreaker, that would be nice to go ahead and gain more fellowship, to actually, get you guys investing in keeping J360 Productions afloat. That's cool too. And then try to work on that whole membership system and all. I have those plans, and they are going to come together. But one way or another, I have to pay attention to the world I'm in, because sometimes, you know what I mean? You give, and you give, and sometimes things aren't getting paid back like they should. I'm not saying that you guys aren't, but I'm talking about in terms of like what our society is. We can make a better future. Now, I'm not saying that we're going to have a perfect world. Oh, no. You can go ahead and just break the bottle on the ship for that one. Let that stuff float out there and then sink. Because guess what? We're never going to get a perfect world. We're not perfect people. We're all a mess. And it's just about like to the point where it's not where it's all out pollution with our mess. But it is. Doing responsible things, appreciating each other for our differences, understanding that, what, there are things in life we can't control, so let's move the hell on. We can't even move the hell on for a little bit. Not at all. I mean, at the end of the day, like, you look at this kind of stuff that goes on here. I mean, the news media won't let you forget. But then, they're not supposed to. Sometimes we need to record this stuff just so that, you know what, we know not to let it happen again. And then there are times where you realize, like, the world we live in could be a lot better had we got off our asses and did something about it. I mean, sometimes you got to tell people that, you do care. I'm not saying don't mean it, though, when you say it. Mean it when you say it. Like, even from my friends all the way to my rivals, I care, Of course, I never really had rivals like that. Some of my rivals are just bitter people that just couldn't do the same things I could do. You understand what I'm saying? And they get bent out of shape over little things, or they complain about all this other stuff, or they try to say, hey, we can't control J-Man and his ways of doing things, so we're going to go ahead and pout, cry, and moan. Let him do it. He ain't stopping me. I'm here for me. And not only that, leading this community and stuff. And I didn't expect to lead a community. I didn't expect to have a fabulous, lady I'm interested in, all that kind of stuff, I didn't expect any of that stuff. but it grew in and it keeps me grounded in a way. Not to mention, like, my parents and all. There are great things out here, and you never know who you inspire. And I hope I inspire a lot of great people to actually come onto the mic, or to actually make some movies, or to actually, one way or another, do some thought-provoking things. Like, I love superheroes too. I don't have a problem with the Marvel movies or the DC movies, but I think at the end of the day, it would not hurt to see the Western come back, or more detective movies, or more movies where, like, it's inconclusive and it gets you talking. I mean, like, I would like to see more variety instead of just playing it safe. You've noticed that every single institution out here has played it safe to the point where they destroyed themselves, right? When's the last time they took a real risk? When's the last time that, we stopped paying attention to things like they say, oh, you're only qualified and good enough for these kind of roles. Yeah. I remember when I was going through one of those job-seeking workshops, just to see what it was like. And they went ahead and they, took my resume and put it through the system. And then because the computer said so, because the computer saw the habits and the jobs that I did, they were like, you're only for sales and marketing. I said, blow it out your behind. Well, yeah, on the inside I said that. I had to be professional at that point. I said, I don't believe that. See, that's a nice way of me doing it. I don't believe that. Sales and marketing is great. Don't get me wrong. There's viable careers in that. But I like to be in media. You know what I mean? Which is technically sales and marketing anyway, when you think about it. What are they selling to you, right? All the time. It ain't just credible information. You get more than that. But that's how they try to loophole you. They try to label you. They try to put you in a category. And they try to go ahead and keep you as a cog instead of just you being who you are. And that's the stupid stuff about it. So you got to wear a mask at work. You got to work at a job you hate. Things like that. I mean, sometimes, you got to do what you got to do to survive. But when they had that list about essential workers and everybody was walking around talking about, we're essential workers, we're essential workers. I was like, I said, look, I've been working at this day job for a while now, and truth be told, I don't feel essential, I don't feel special, I don't feel wonderful, I don't feel too much except for, hey, when am I getting paid again, and when can I go back to bed? That is not a life for me to live. Now, I like getting paid, don't get me wrong. Hey, let's not get it twisted. But at the end of the day, I'm going for what I want. I mean, one day, yours truly is 34 now. Go to bed, wake up 45, still working that same stupid job. But I played it safe, though. You know what I mean? And I'm still in Delaware and all that crap, Yeah. I didn't go for any of that cool stuff and everything. I played it safe, and I stayed here, and damn near in 5 years, I'll be 50 with no fulfillment. That's not the way to live. That's not what I'm here for. That's not what I went through all this kind of stuff for. That's not what, me climbing up the struggles of being ignored by my mother throughout formative years of my life to go for. You understand that, right?
Waiting for mortgage rates to drop could be a costly mistake. Once rates drop, new home buyers will enter the market and prices will soar even higher. At Churchill Mortgage, you can get a free analysis and learn how to avoid the trap of waiting for interest rates to drop. Buy now and refi later at churchillmortgage.com. This is a paid advertisement. NMLS ID 1591. NMLSconsumeraccess.org. Equal housing lender. 1749 Mallory Lane, Suite 100, Brentwood, Tennessee 37027.
With Kroger brand products from Bakers, you can make all your favorite things this holiday season. Because Kroger brand's proven quality products come at exceptionally low prices. And with a money-back quality guarantee, every dish is sure to be a favorite.
These are a few of my favorite things.
Whether you shop delivery, pickup, or in-store, Kroger brand has all your favorite things. Bakers, fresh for everyone.
I've been through too much to give a damn about the petty. I've been through too much to worry about Donald Trump and his stupid stuff. He was a jerk even when he was on that show. Let's just be honest. All this kind of stuff went down because, once again, America tries to find the easy way out of doing what they're supposed to do. I mean, you want to go ahead and say you tired of immigration, you don't want no regulation for immigration, so you figure, hey, let's build a multi-million-dollar wall that, we can't really maintain or get off the ground, thank God, and hopefully we can wipe that out, put that money into something else more effective. Like after school programs or something. Or actually eliminate hunger. Or even better, you know what? Provide jobs and housing. There could be so many things about it, folks. But our time is now. Things need to be done now. And people running around out here playing football with their lives, and I get tired of crap every week, man. Now I look at those public officials in Congress, and I look at them and I see their titles and all that stuff, but I don't see a reason to break into Congress. Oh yeah, I get the attention I need. I'm doing all I got to do for Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a man born into money. He never sacrificed anything for anybody on this planet, even when he stole the presidency. All right? Y'all gonna go ahead, and I see it all the time. Oh yeah, we're red out. We're red. You use my favorite color for BS. That sucks. But the point is this. When you get right down to it, that stuff to me just shows how blinded and how, oh, well, you see, my snow globe says this. I can't look at the realism of things. My world comfort is about to break apart. See, that's how you get them, right? That's how you get them all, because what you got to do is you got to break that world of comfort, and then one way or another, they can't handle that. Oh, see, when you mess with somebody's comfort zone, what usually happens? They get defensive, don't they? Every single one of those people out there who shockingly had the ability to go home, except for that one that got killed in the group, but there were 4 more or something like that got killed. But, just like that jerk saying, they're not for anybody in there. This ain't the way America is. Wait a minute. Aren't you in that same group where, stand your ground laws? Aren't you in that same group where, if somebody broke into your house, oh, you would willingly pour them out a glass of milk or something? Or would you cap them because they're in your front, you know what I mean? They're in your front room without your permission. See, that's the point. It only works when it benefits them. The redlining, the goalpost moving, all the lying, all the manipulation, all the systemic BS. And then not to mention the bureaucratic red tape that they just like to throw out there because guess what? This is just too hot for me. Stuff is stupid. And as usual, it's gonna get worse. But everybody always wants to talk about the year after the one that they're already in. Right here in the month of January. You make me sick. Do you understand? So, while you're sitting over there wishing to move time forward or to move time backwards, one way or another, this stuff was going to happen. And unfortunately, it happened during the time when you and I are in these formidable, prime years. I'm in my prime right now and everything. You know what I'm saying? This stuff was going to happen. It was going to happen through Trump. There's probably other people out there like Trump. Hey, guess what? You got to see him on TV not too long ago. You never know. These people get aspirations and ambitions and all that stuff. They climb up to high-ranking powers and stuff. Well, we the people here, the real Americans, the ones that will not tolerate this stuff, we go ahead and we whine about other stuff, don't we? No. If you want to put a stop to something like that, then you got to step up and get into that position of power like I'm trying to do. You got to step up in some way or another to keep a watch on that and be like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and counter you and stuff like that. I'm going to find a way to stop it. Those are ways you got to go about doing things. You can't worry about what was racist years ago or all that. You can't worry about what's, all that kind of stuff. What stereotype is making you a butt pucker and making you all hurt and crap. No, you can't do that right now. You can make a note about it, but at the same time, look, we're putting ourselves in a corner. Some of the non-issues are becoming issues, whereas the issues are not being focused upon because guess what? We're distracted. And the distractions have got to go. I'm just saying. When you really think about it, and the outrage of all of it, man, it's eating at you. Like some of y'all were saying, I'm going to go take a day from social media. I'm going to take time away from this. I'm going to cleanse myself. I'm going to get my mindset together, things like that. Nothing wrong with it. Do you. Do what is manageable for you at the time. But let me tell you this, right? You got to be back here fighting too. You got to be ready to go to war. You want peace, you got to go to war. And the war here is at home. Nobody told you where the war would be, right? Nobody told you where the conflict would be. And not only that, some of us are at war with many different things. Some of us are at war with unemployment to get the money that's deserved to us. Some of us are at war with job searching because, we want certain jobs that were announced to be open, but apparently they weren't. And then some of us are trying to make sure we can pay our bills on time because guess what? The money's starting to dry. And that $600 there, while nice, wasn't exactly what we needed. Hell, not even $1,200 the first time. That's a real pain in the ass, and I agree with you. I understand it. But you see, one way or another, do you see me going ahead and telling you this? Go home. I know how you feel. I love you. I ain't telling you that crap. And while I do love my followers and everything, and I love some of my new followers out there, and some of y'all are probably like, oh my God, this is really, really political. It's not political, it's history, damn it. I'm trying to give you some solutions. I'm trying to tell you not to give up on this year. Just be aware to see some wild stuff go down. That's all. You got to take it. One way or another, complete bliss is a beautiful thing. Paradise is a beautiful thing. But you know what? If it's anything... How can I put it? If it's anything like that Phil Collins song, then it's just satire to the galore. That's what it is. Another day in paradise. No. This is not paradise. It's not a perfect world. It's not something that you can tell that to. At the end of the day, we got to really do something. I don't even care about any of the petty stuff regarding Black America and its relationship with Nike, its relationship with Timberland, its relationship with FUBU, or its relationship with pro sports, or who's cheating and dating and shooting on who and all that kind of stuff. At the end of the day, why do we keep doing that, Black America? You ever think about that? Hell, we're the biggest consumer when it comes to certain things. We got to practice a little bit of self-control ourselves. Oh, but before you say, oh, well, Jay, we ain't got to do this, I'm right. You see it all the time, don't you? Don't get butthurt and offended at me. I'm telling it like it is on this one. We, the people, got to do better. If we want real unity, then we're going to have to put a little bit of investment in real unity. We're going to have to put a little bit of investment and be in that community that helps each other and not the community that has to play haves and have-nots. That's what we all play all the time. You seen it. Hell, it even goes to the point where video games are. When everybody's running around showing off their PS5s. Oh, I got one. Did you get one? Oh, I guess you didn't get one. All that other kind of crap. But we do that every time when it comes to new tech or anything. The bragging, man. Little things like that, man. We could be doing a lot better, but are we going to make the sacrifices in the time to do it? Well, that remains to be seen. Just like I'm doing this show tonight. Like, really, doing a Black Label episode is not entirely to offend you. But if I have offended you, I might have hit the right notes. Must be doing something right. This is to inform you, get you thinking, get you wondering, wake the hell up. Just be like this. You know what? If you are in a job that seems like it's sucking the life out of you, or it's really, really hurting you at some point, you got to do what you can to go ahead and make some changes so you can get up out of there. And I don't mean changes like, drop everything and go. I mean, like, really think about the changes and the processes you need to go through. Can you get affordable health care? Can you keep your house and all that kind of stuff? Like, you really need to think in the long term about things before you go ahead and you make that short term idea. And I'm just telling you that straight. And then when it comes to COVID and all this stuff, be mindful of who you hang out with and understand this. There are ways that you can actually reach out and talk to people. Like, I do a lot of virtual shows, I know. And then there's going to be that time when we can go back to the stage and all that kind of stuff. And we can all hang out and really know each other again. But the thing is that right now we got to do right and make sure that we can go ahead and at least get COVID under control. Hell, man. It's a lot to make you think. It really is. Now, little things like this is what you could get sore at. You understand what I'm saying? Hell, me losing a video game event is nothing compared to all of us losing every single day. because we're not being smart. You understand what I'm saying? And in case y'all are wondering how that event turned out, Team J360 did not win. But like I said before, I'm going to go ahead and keep on going. And that's not the sign of a wimp, and that's not the sign of a wimp. And it's not the sign of somebody who loses when they keep going. Matter of fact, a real loser is somebody that wins one time and retards themselves to the point where they don't progress. And yes, retard is a scientific statement. So get it right, y'all. The point is that I can't believe where we are as a people right now. But I do not lose my faith entirely. We're going to go through horrible things. We're going to go through moments that are questionable. We're going to feel like we're the left person out. You know what I mean? The odd man, I should say. We're going to feel like one way or another that we're not succeeding in certain ways. But there's a way we can put a stop to all that kind of thinking. There's a way we can actually get back to where we need to be at. Or even better, sometimes, was your old life really that good before this? And I'm sure some of y'all are probably saying yes. But really, think about it. Think about it. Not counting COVID. But I'm talking about, didn't you ever really want your life to be better than it was? Like, I looked at my old life. I look at my life now. And I think this, while my old life was all right, my new life, if I strive and sacrifice hard enough to build it, as I am building it now, will be 10 times better. I'll have enough money to wipe my ass and everything with. And I apologize for the image, but it's true. Not to mention, the community that I lead here, some of y'all become friends. And one way or another, we all do better. And I get to help other people get where they need to be and build their empires. And, one way or another, things just happen. And I'm going to go through a lot of crazy crap to get it done, but hell, I am. But it'll pay off. But it requires a lot of investment and incentives on my part to do it. I can't do it because it's sunny one day and then it's rainy the next day. I got to be there in the trench. See what I'm saying? And, once again, real life don't care about what mood or what, mindset you're in. But that mindset and that hope is all you have. For some of you, if you're like me, yeah. The hope and ambition is right there. The hope keeps the ambition in check, because if the ambition is there and there's no hope, well, at the end of the day, it's always going to be like, I'm entitled to this. See what I'm saying? So that's the difference. And I hope a lot of y'all learned something from that. And I hope one way or another I can get back to doing more comical things. But the comedy right now had to be paused because this is stupid. It's just above and beyond stupidity. And I don't just see it from Trump's people. I see it from my people. I see it from other people. I see it from, other minority groups. I see it from certain splinter factions out here that have no clear goals. I see it from anything on YouTube. And it's just, God, some of y'all just need to shut the hell up. Ugh. Because you're not solving anything. It's different if you're talking, you're solving a problem. But if you're saying all these things and you're not doing anything, you're going to have to cut it. Especially if you get exposed about it. It don't make no sense. But anyway, that's all I have for you guys on the J-Man Show tonight. It's just one way or another, it's been a real tiresome time these 7 days. But I'm not going to throw in the towel in the year. I'm going to face it with a grin. Just like what Freddie Mercury said, and the show must go on. And not only that, some of y'all asked me about the power play. I have the strategy in play for it. It's going to be back on schedule. Matter of fact, next week, all J360 shows are going back on schedule. Same thing when we lead into Jams 15 next week. So yeah, all this stuff will pay off, and I'm going to keep doing what I got to do, regardless what. You understand? And as you should all do. This is not the end. At all. So that's it for now. This is J-Man signing off. Y'all take care of yourselves, okay? Peace.
When you download the Baker's app, you have easy access to savings every day. Get the most out of weekly sales and receive personalized coupons to save on your favorite items, all while earning 1 fuel point for every dollar spent. Baker's makes it easy to save while you shop, whether it's in-store or online, so you get the most value out of every trip, every time. Download the Baker's app now to save big on your next purchase. Baker's, fresh for everyone. Must have a digital account to redeem offers. Restrictions may apply. See site for details.